What's up, y'all?
Congratulations! Oh, my
You see the background there. Got some visuals. You know what I'm saying? So this is the new element to the Non Straight podcast. It's a visual stimulant. You see the topography behind me. We finna cook some shit up, but right now we just getting started. You know, trying to sharpen the tools, sharpen the edges to see how we gonna push this out every day. Every day, whoa, maybe like every week. But yeah, that's the goal. As you can see, got the cabbage patches on me. Repeat this one and this one. You know what I'm saying? And then Lil Dewey. There's certain things that I stay. Wait, hold up. In the background, gotta show y'all. But like the biggest question I have, sometimes is as a creative, like when we make decisions on what we want to talk about, is it like more fiscal? Is it more like freedom based? It's just mad shit that I've like concocted over the years, whether it be that spiritual understanding coming from a youth. So let me get into that. So I found it would be interesting to talk about this because first off, like a lot of people actually have. Basically, right here, I was just asking what the purpose is in my art and what I felt was the biggest connection that I've made to my intrinsic like culture, the one that's inside of like this like kind of artscape that I've created, this world kind of building thing. All right, I'll let you get back to it. Peace.
Calling NYC area. Good Falls Only, a skate collective out of the NYC area, will be holding its first teach-in at the Brooklyn Center for History. Please check it out on January 27th. There will be food and refreshments. Make sure you stop by from 1 to 4 p.m.
Yeah, so right here, I decided to get personal and talk about some of my upbringing. I was creating a connection between other immigrant families and my immigrant family, where I wasn't told about, being black, and the benefits of that, but also like the cons to it, which I get into as time goes on. But the most important takeaway from this period of the podcast was I realized there was a difference in the way I was being raised, than the other, young men. It's because I'm black, like there was always kind of like on top of that. I don't know if it was on purpose, but it was on purpose. Um, but yeah, like not having that instruction on who I was actually the best thing that they could have done. Because I feel like once you grow up and you tell kids like, oh, black versus white, they internalize that. And, the white people, they telling their kids it's white versus black. So we basically keep on like feeding this monster, feeding this beast, And I didn't get that. I'm sure a lot of like immigrant families never talked about it. I always used to see it as a deficit, like you know what I'm saying? Like why does this include my daily ventures? But time passed and I got to a point where it was just like I have to go figure this out for myself. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's go back to when I was a kid. I was about to say go back to this beat from Cash, not YouTube. That's me. Nah, fuck with Cash Cobain though. Um, nah, but back to you and growing up, in Brooklyn, um, and every night terror, like can't wake out of my dreams. At this point, I'm sleeping on the couch with my sister, like her feet's in my face, my feet's in her face. She was taller than me as a kid too, so her shits were always, you know what I'm saying. Meanwhile, rats running around the crib. There's a couple of times when I laid my head down, I like felt the rat. Roaches, and it's not that we was living in filth. It was just like we in the hood, you know. It was far from that actually. My family used to make sure that everything was clean, like all the time. It was actually a little bit too much, you know. But yeah, like every night terror, very scary dreams too. Um, I was always in a, I was always in a position, sorry, where I couldn't control what was about to happen to me. It was always just like focus, like get out of it because it was always just like insurmountable circumstances. Like for example, there was this repeating dream where I'd go upstairs to use the bathroom and it'd just be like, there's a murderer in there. Like, just like, he go kill you now. Like, there's no way out of it. Or, I just wake up. In the dream, I was just immediately falling. Like, immediately falling down like a group of people. Like, that feeling when you jump into a ball pit, but like never ending. So my stomach is like literally wrenching itself. Like, and to me, that's like basically because a lot of people say like post traumatic slave disorder doesn't exist, and I get that. I do, and it's not that I don't believe that things don't get passed down. Is that what gets passed down? Like if somebody got like shell shock, when they was, you know, or post traumatic stress disorder when they were like alive in the 60s or 40s from civil rights movement or sharecropping. The child doesn't is not born with shell shock, in my opinion. They might like say that the parent saw bombs like blast in front of their face. Like the kid doesn't automatically choose, like doesn't automatically get anxiety from that. And I'm not gonna say that it what it is what it's not, but it's like at the same time it's like I have a strong feeling that it's a lot of people who are using that to be like, I'm gonna play the victim. There is documentation on it, and I get that, but it's like, you know. Anyway, so I'm a youth, you know, every day, like for at least I'm not even capping y'all. Every day for like 3 or 4 years, and there was like some caveats where I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get on top of it, and at the last moment, Like literally the last moment where before I'm about to go to sleep. I mean, before I'm about to wake up, I would have the dream. And I'll wake up like, like, oh shit. It would be so bad. Like I was fully 14, and like I was just one day, not 14. I'm bugging. I was fully like 12, and the bed was just like wet. I'm just like, could it be sweat? Like what the hell? Like I'm 12 years old. Why am I wet in the bed? Like it was pretty bad. And all this to say that it took like the last year for me to like the fourth year. I was like maybe 13, going into high school. I was just like, I'm going into high school. This is not like, what I'm saying? It's not gonna like pass there. Honestly, I don't know. It was because I was in Brownsville too. But when I moved to Canarsie. Kind of just stopped. I don't know if I was afraid of Brownsville itself, or I don't know. Youth was wilding back then. That's when Wave Gang started. That's when Hustar started. They was beefing, like literally on my way to school. That one block, either block, Center or Blake. You were prone to get jumped. You was prone to get into some shit. And like I used to, take the youth. Like I'm connected to like kids in the neighborhood. Their parents used to be like, "Oh, take them home so you can be safe and shit." So I got mad kids with me. It's like no time to be an adult. But it's like there'd be some people who would take that and say like, "Yeah, post traumatic slave disorder." But like I'm thinking about it like maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, like them first couple of nights when I moved to Canarsie, I was just like, nah, like I'm about to go to high school, like can't do this. So I remember, and it happened like sparsely, maybe like 10 or 20 more times up to date. Now I'm good, but take you back to like a couple months before high school. I'm like maybe a couple months before that too. Like I'm in Brownsville at this point, and like the whole week, I'm just like I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna beat this. Like I never had that much willpower ever. I'm gonna beat this situation. I'm gonna beat these dreams, these terrible nights. Every night I get it, like, nah, I can't do it. Like, what basically happens, I start sleeping and like can't move, can't talk, and then just like movies. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Movies, horror, like niggas is like fucking with like this film. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a dream and I'm just like, all right, I can do this. I can like force myself out. At the time, like my family was telling me to say like Jesus, like we Caribbeans, so call upon the name of God. I'm just like you know I tried that. I actually tried it every night. If it was gonna work, there were some times I'd be like type because mad at God because it wasn't working. I was like, you know what, tonight I'm gonna like fuck it, take it. Like shit was crazy, and I'll be telling, hey, stop fighting. And I'll be telling my mom, about it because I lived with my mom at the time, and I'll be like, yo, I need to watch TV like to go to sleep, and they just be like, nah, like go to bed. It's just like not understanding the severity of the situation. Like I used to fiend and watch TV to go to sleep because like one, I'm a kid, I want to watch TV, but like it also eats the pain. It's my mind from all the shit. But yeah, this I'm trying to take myself back. So this particular day in the week, I think it was like halfway through. I had just imagined the most positive thing that I could at the time. It was like a little bear, like a little cereal box bear. Hold on, actually, I can bring it and show y'all. See this shit, y'all? This is what I was imagining when I was, you know, fighting. So, like, you look at it like, it's like the most calming picture I could think of as a kid. It's like a brown person, I guess is a bear. I'm just like another black kid, and he's happy. Like, look how chill he was, y'all. Look at his eyebrows. I'm just like, yeah, he don't got like that. Look at my guy. He's chilling. They actually don't sell this cereal anymore, so I have to buy it on Amazon. They don't sell it in the stores. Clarification. But I have to buy it on Amazon. And, yeah. That might be another thing I put in the back. And it's going to look like, I don't know. But, yeah, so, I'm just like, no matter what, I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this. So, I fall asleep. Like, I was trying not to fall asleep, but I was. Like, it was always like a battle back and forth to see, like, how I deal with this. So I finally fall asleep, and like literally 2 minutes or less, I start feeling that familiar feeling of I'm about to get a nightmare. And I was just like, think of the bear. Like, that was the first time I controlled my dream. I was just like, control. You kind of had to let yourself go, but at the same time, like, command, like, your thoughts. It's a very weird, like, phenomenon. But, that's what I did. And then, like, the bear basically showed up in my dream. And he hugged, like, my aura. Or, like, I imagine him hugging me and protecting me. And I feel like he used, like, something, like, clean the dream away from all the negativity, because it was always very dark, like moody, like I was being transported to another dimension type shit. I don't know, but yeah. So in that moment, I just remember like a bright light, like a very bright light. I was just like, oh, I was gonna be okay. I don't know, like from all them times I was saying Jesus, like you finally answered. I honestly doubt it. I wish. But yeah, I seen that bright light, and it was just kind of like a figure. But in that moment, it was just like, okay, like you're gonna be okay now. I just knew, like it happened like more times, but it was just like, nah, this is not gonna be every day no more. I still don't know how to like conceptualize that. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this.
Hey, President.
Why you see,
Why is it?
Like, boy.
Hey, never lie.
Yeah, pantan. That bitch, I want bad girl. You know, one chop, see that. Banco Santander, my God, who rat Janko tak bankiers, got the clock, the shot man, no box and square, not the Almina, Bob no last panties, money, pang fi hack, lags on not punches, handicap, that's call up one cheer, come from the Bronx, Blanco, chop from stairs,